All right. Well, that UNXL looked really good. It might still be looking good here. Yeah, so that, it looks like it had some momentum there. It might still have a push. Looks like it's breaking out to multi-day high here. So if that can continue to go, that's good. That one earlier was SKY. It was really moving. It's starting to pull back from the high now. That one, definitely the momentum moved out of the gate. You could see those 4 powerful green candles in a row. So if anyone caught that, I mean, that's what this screener is really looking to find. So it will quickly find you within this first candle, hopefully, of giving you that 2-minute pop, and then you can take the ride over the next couple. So right now, see what's moving here. This one doesn't look too bad. It's a little bit dropped from the high. That one might be okay if it can come back up past and try to make a new high. Oh, okay. Well, this is a screener for get stock ideas. This I'm using the settings that I like to use in the morning, which is I look for price range between $1 and $15, and annotate this a little bit here. All right, so up here in the filters area, I selected basically I wanted to have some volume happening in between $1 and $15. And I'm only looking at stocks, and I'll also usually put this 2-minute change or 5-minute change to be something greater than 0 if I'm looking for these movers up. And what we'd like to see is that there's a dark green happening here in the 2-minute and 5-minute change. And you can see this one really moving. It looks like it's back. Oh, yeah. Back up to the high of the day. So you could, I mean, I'm going to test these things over to the left are my own little system only on my local machine to test what if I bought this right now, what would it look like, and whether I bought $5,000 worth or $15,000 worth. So behind the scenes, there's a tracking system for that so that I can see how all the screener is working and optimize it for actual trading, live trading during this. So yeah, this one looks, I mean, it's about to be doubled today, 2% away from making a new high again. And let me continue to annotate this a little bit here. Okay, so let's see what else is looking good here. All right, we got, yeah, this one is definitely the mover of the day. It looks like it's pulling back from its high a little bit here. Still about there. Go. Excuse me a minute, just on another screen doing something for a second. Okay, so nothing's really looking great right now for big movement. Kind of like this here. A lot of green across the board. A lot of green here. In other words, every single time the system is updating the quote, it's been going up, except for twice. So a lot of green there. Yep, that looks good. So you see how it's just breaking out. So this is what we want in a momentum trade, where it's really pushing the top of the day here, and then kind of look back a little bit and see how much room it has to run. Obviously, it's making a new high over the past few days. That one looks good. That one looks good. I'll find some of that. Clear out my annotations. Complicated. Okay. Go. Nothing else roaring up to the high anymore. Usually the first few minutes between 9:30 and 10 o'clock are the hot zone for these momentum trades. And then you can kind of get them again at the end of the day into the close, and then you can hope to get some gaps into the next day. But for right now, looks like this one's not looking too bad here. A lot of green across all the minute changes here, creeping up onto the new high. Yeah, just needs to break out to this level. It do that. Oh, gee, this one looking good here. Starting to be positive for the day. Solar stocks got whacked 2 days ago with SPWR's earnings report. So, interesting. Ooh, this one looks good here. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. ALLT. What do green and red ticks actually mean? So those, get in there. Look at that. So this system updates all the tick or all the quote information every about 10 seconds. And every single time it updates it, it checks to see whether the price has increased or decreased since the last check. So if it's increased, it gives you a green bar there, and if it's decreased, it gives you a red. So what I use that for is if I'm getting a lot of updates from my system, and every single time, every 10 seconds it's going up. In other words, this is like mostly all of these are green. So this is ticking up, 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 up usually. So you can see by looking at the minute chart here that you can see where there's a lot of green in a row here, and now it's kind of going sideways. So we just got a red tick there. Now, for those that are really strict with what tick means, it's usually that's like every second or every half a second what exactly is moving. But I'm using it more loosely here in that it's every tick of the system that is downloading every 10 seconds if there's been a change and what the really short-term trend is. Any more questions there? Okay, what else is moving here? This looks like it might be bouncing off its low of the day, which isn't really my favorite type to play, but some people like that. This one looks good. This is a financial stock, and today is FOMC day. So this one might run, but if there's any confirmation of what everyone's thinking, which is there's going to be no interest rate hike today and in the near future at all, then this will probably get hurt today. But see on that one. A good question, Viewer 28, but my goal is I don't really have time to stay on this every morning and tell people exactly what to buy and when and where, but more to educate you, to use the old expression of teach you how to fish versus to give you the fish here, and make you be able to use this every morning whenever you want to find these movers. So hopefully I'm making the system as clear as I can so you can sort by the 2-minute change here and see where there's as much green as possible across these different areas. What would cause not to show for me when I have the same setting? Very good question. It's not showing up right now, probably because it hasn't really moved, I don't think, in the past few minutes. Don't have blue. All green suggests a hot buy. It would say that it's moving. It's moving. It's got some strong momentum here. Obviously, this one's only up 1%, but it's edging towards its high. It's been moving over the last hour here, and it's spiking up over the last 2 minutes. So usually, if it's all green, I would say take a look at the chart, and then you can see here this one is coming up to a new high. It's breaking out higher than where it closed yesterday, where it kind of tested at the end of the day. And so this one's possible. It's possible it could run for you. Like here, this one's all green here on AMKR. Yeah, that one looks pretty strong. This system is checking every single stock on the NYSE and NASDAQ. So there's about 5,000, 6,000 stocks behind the scenes here, and it's trying to update and download every 10 seconds anything that's changed during that time frame and come in here. So you'll be able to check what price ranges you want. For more swing traders, trend traders, you can do a lot of different things across all these different settings, all filters here. I mean, you've got valuation, financials, dividends, shares outstanding, is the number of insiders holding it versus its price, time intervals. Not sure what you're asking there. I mean, you could, yeah, okay. But I know you're asking as far as time intervals and how fast it's moving, then there's a 2-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute, 30, and I think 60s on another tracking part of this. And obviously the daily is what changes. Right now I don't have a 1 minute just because of the way that the database is categorizing all of the information. It might be something I'd be able to add soon, but the 2-minute range is the best that I can do right now. I do hope to make this a bit more active, trying to optimize the code so it can download faster and running fast in your browser. This one, yeah, I hear you. That one, the thing is with the 2 minute is that it's not actually waiting a full 2 minutes to see the move. That if there was a large move in 1 minute time, it would show up in the 2 minutes. It's just taking a 2-minute frame. So if it moved 0 in the last minute, but it's just moved 6% in the last 10 seconds, it'll still come up in that. I am attempting to record this. This is the first time I've done this and joined me, so I'm hoping it works. Viewer 81. Viewer 89, I don't actually have alarms in here yet. I do plan to have something like that where you could say if it goes above a certain amount, if it makes you a new high, that type of stuff, and you can get an alert to your phone or an alert on your desktop. That is something I am working on. The way I'm using this is that there's no sound right now that's going to go off. I'm just watching this usually between 9:30 and 10 o'clock for my trades personally. This looks like a really good one right here as an example. OPTT running past 9.5. It has a chance to retest yesterday's high of looks like about 10 here. Has some pretty strong volume there. That's a good idea. These types of things, anything. If you're an experienced momentum trader and you have things that you use and would like to see added to the system, just send me an email because I'm always adding new stuff to this, and I'm always looking to see how I can optimize it and make it better for someone that needs something really quick. Obviously, if you're a momentum trader, you need to know, is it breaking to a new high, how fast it's moving, how much is the volume increasing. I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm working to add for momentum traders. Right. Yeah. So I mean, there's if you go to the highs versus lows here, you can watch to see versus its low if it's making a new up, if it's making a new high. So obviously, if it's really close to zero, it's at a new high. If it's really close to zero on the low side here, then it's making a new low. So there's areas here, and I'm also planning to add a custom set so you can set all of these values that are being tracked to your favorite ones that you're going to use the most. Obviously, versus the high moving averages are interesting during the day. Something more long-term is ownership, financials, that type of thing is for a longer-term hold than a momentum stock trade. I do offer a $1 trial. This is another one that looks pretty good here. OCUL is breaking out from yesterday's pattern a little bit here. I do offer a $1 trial just because I don't like free trials because a lot of people just sign up for the free account and then quit, and there's no real commitment. So I just at least just charge $1 just to make sure that you're serious about it, and that's for 14 days. There's a link in the email for this at the bottom of it for that 14-day trial. All right, just so you know, guys, I'm probably going to sign off here in another couple minutes. Let's see, how's this guy doing? So the things to watch for today, just to give you some little extra things to look for, is that big day for oil today with the oil inventories, and oil is definitely hitting the overbought range. It's going to break out further. And another thing to look for, obviously, is throughout the day there's going to be some Fed speakers, and then this afternoon there's the FOMC, Federal Reserve drama. So that might cause for a nice afternoon volatility plays through these as well. This one's moving. That's a cool name. It's pretty thin too. Float. Yeah, only 14. We've got a lot of momentum there. Didn't seeing it break out again here, and obviously whole numbers are tough to break through. Might have to get to 12. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by, and hope you got something out of this. And hopefully I recorded this properly, and I can send it out to everyone else. Bye-bye.